basically it's free if you do guy math. Oh, we should have just kept the AR. Now that we've got our favorite tools out. It's so bad. It's kind of sick. It is. All right, guys, here we are. We're not far from home. I traded something I got for free at a residence that I bought for a 22 AR. Yeah, I know. Do the thoughts. 22. It didn't make sense. But anyway, so technically, if you think about it, this was at least $60,000. No, I mean, basically it was free if you do guy math. So guy math has it that this was a free truck given to me. It is a grain truck, which here in the old Midwest is pretty typical. We're gonna try to get this thing running and driving. It was pulled here from the old Polk County and left for about 4 or 5 years. For some reason, it's just been chilling. And it's a big girl. That's what I'm gonna say. It's a very big girl. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna see if this old girl will run and drive. We're gonna see if this will run and drive. Take it on a little trippy trip, and then we're gonna do something to it. And you're just gonna have to stick around and see what we do. Alrighty, let's take a look at what we got going on in this truck, because I haven't really looked at it. That is a small block Chevs, so we know that
that thing powers this big old behemoth. What the
This is so small. I wish it was a 454, but again, what can you do? So this is a 350 from 1970, so it has some power to her, maybe. Is that chrome? Oh no. So it looks kind of painted. It looks kind of used and abused. Looks like it leaks oil. It looks like it has, oh, it's got the center dumps, dude. I think they call those ram horns in the Chevrolet world, but a lot of truck.
We have to turn this upside down. Gain 7 more horsepower. Yes. It was actually proven. It was. Yeah, they put it on a dyno and it worked.
Oh, well, shucks. We're definitely going to put that upside down then.
Is this one going to take coolant in the engine?
This one already has coolant, so I think this one might actually have a head gasket. So it's got a vacuum assisted stuff. It's got the big truck stuff. I know it's got some air situations going on underneath, but we don't want to mess with that. I don't know what kind of carburetor that is. Another thing we're gonna have to play with, but not a big deal. The biggest issue with these big trucks is it's kind of hard and expensive to get the large multi-million-dollar lug things here. And I think the easiest way they usually do it is they just convert these into a different style. So if we do decide to keep this, we're gonna have to do something special with that. But how many feet do we got? 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we got 14 foot, which is just long enough to haul all of your guys' grain trucks, big girls. But we got some really bad weather cracks on our duals, so I didn't get that for free. Yep, that's just as bad. Probably should have just kept the AR. So we got some work to do. The good part is that the interior is decent, which is nice because a lot of these grain trucks really didn't see a lot of use other than once a year in the fall. So most of the time they have a little bit less wear and tear. Obviously this one got put in the field and didn't get washed out at the end of the year every year. She's got a little rust on her, but I don't think it matters for what we're thinking. Let's get to work. Let's just get this thing moving. I'm excited. Oh, really. In my trade, I didn't get keys, so we're trying the old method. Is it hooked up?
Yeah.
You got powered? Yeah, that didn't work.
Nope. Huh.
We're gonna practice stealing cars. Well, let's see why we don't have any power. Well, that's dirtier than the pack. Ooh.
Nope.
Nope.
Nada. Nope. Oh, you thought it was gonna be easy. Head gasket. We have backlights.
How about turn signal?
Do it again. No.
Brake light.
It's It's such a long truck. Are you stepping on him?
On it.
Just the right one.
The bad news is the brakes go to the floor.
Oh no.
I'm running out of good news. No key. Maybe this trade really got me in the yin yang. This is a choke work.
We have all the steel.
Oh, we could scrap it.
Choke works. Jeez, keep going. Oh wow. Wow. Jesus.
Hey! Did you show the people the window crank?
Yeah, we got some good vice grips.
Otherwise known as DJI.
Oh,
We got.
we got.
We got it.
Those reflexes. Can we play that back in slow motion real quick?
Dude, I'll tell you what, after that semi, the Wasps, just don't play around.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to get to this ignition module.
Trying to
Wiring. Well, I'm going to if I could ever get it off.
Must leak oil.
So here's the deal. The Chevrolets have a couple different colored wires for the ignition. The purple, the pink. Purple, pink, and red. That's all you need to know. You just need to know those bright tones to be able to hotwire these. Pop the ignition off in a nice timely manner, and then make up a jumper wire. If you're colorblind, cut the red wire. Wait. The clapper! Dude, can we talk about mufflers on this channel? I love loud vehicles, but can we talk about the difference between a loud vehicle and a good sounding vehicle? I'll let you guys debate that. Is there a difference? I think we're getting over people's heads nowadays. There's too many inside jokes. Is that the Chinook? Is that a blown head gasket? So what we're doing right now, real quick, is I'm making, I already said this probably, but I'm making a jumper wire so that way we can continue our endeavors. With the C50, we had a C30, wasn't big enough, so we had to jump her up. And we're gonna jump it for now until we can get a new key rail thingy-mabobber, or somehow me find the person that did the trade and maybe see if they have a key. For now, we're just gonna make some things happen. I want this thing to have some sparks so that way we can make some noise, because we want to hear this 350 giggle like a little goatee. Can you help me out here? Goat giggles?
Trying to find the right tone in my throat and I can't.
There you go. Back to it.
Do you need the battery unplugged?
Yeah,
I'm gonna unplug it. Oh, wow. You're doing things.
Ready?
Yeah.
Whoa! I just got shocked. Hey!
So it's got fuel in it?
Oh, it's varnish, man.
Does it smell?
It's bad. Smell it. That's straight varnish. So I could make up a bunch of drama right now. I'm not going to. And say, oh, wow, we have to pull the tank and do this and do that. No, I'm just going to put more fuel in it. Not much, because this is all that was left from the Chinook. We're just going to see if we can get her to do things.
Oh, bro, no way.
Hey, dude. We're matching t-shirts.
How does this always happen?
That's a little sus. Speaking of t-shirts, guys, make sure you guys go on the website of websites and check out some of our t-shirt designs. Let us know how we can improve.
DailyDrivenDeathTraps.com.
DailyDrivenDeathTraps.com. Take your look, buy one, and we have some big things coming. I hate when I say
And
that.
don't use PayPal.
Do not use PayPal. But anyway, yeah, go buy one. They're kind of cool shirts. We'll get some more designs for you guys as we can. But as of right now, pick and choose, make some things happen.
That choke on?
fuel pump's bad.
All the way over here to your 916s. I take your 916.
I drink it up!
Go ahead. Oh yeah. She's squirting. Pretty good.
So maybe the carburetor is poopy. Was it pretty good spray? Was it pretty good flow? Was it mild prostate or good prostate? Well, she's got a really good squirter action. Carburetor might be gooed up with varnish.
She did not like that.
Do it again.
She did not like that.
Do it again. Okay. Keep going. I hate to smell burnt hair. That arm hair was getting a little long, to be honest with you. At least I didn't take my eyebrows. Then I would have been broken up with, divorced. Okay, let's pull the top of that head off. It's either not getting the adequate flow from that young man down there. She's pulling air. But you said it's pushing pretty decent. I got to turn the ignition off.
It's running into bad fuel.
That's why I'm thinking there's a bunch of varnish down in that bitch.
The long way.
Oh, that's got some pressure behind her. Oh, pulling the top off. Last time we did this on the side of the road for a Falcon. R.I.P.
This product can expose you to chemicals.
In the water.
Frogs.
Okay. Let's give her the old budget restoration, you know what I'm saying?
Nah.
That means clean it out and let's just clean it and take some car cleaner, shoot every hole we can find.
I love shooting in holes.
Ain't no F-150, it's a laptop. Budget.
We aren't no Riverside restoration anymore. That didn't work out for us.
No more Riversides. Oh, whoa, dude. I have a little rag, dude. He's on one.
Brother.
Did you eat some cake?
By the ocean. Did you eat your cake?
I did.
Birthday boy. Everybody say happy birthday, John.
Happy birthday, big boy.
John.
Carburetor worth.
Whoa, dude, watch your mouth. We just asked.
This is a kid's channel.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude.
not the kids again.
Quit that.
60s?
It's a 70.
70. Oh, no, it's a kid's channel.
You are doing fantastico.
Thanks. You.
Never seen that. These exhausts have,
Oh, that needle and seat was so stuck. Okay, so
What
that
about
needle
queso?
and seat was very stuck. So she wasn't letting any. That's why it was so pressurized coming back. It's because this sucker was stuck in there. It sounds like we're so stupid. But anyway, the needle and seat were stuck. So
We found it!
see that?
King Julian!
Look at the blow now. Just kidding. So we're gonna clean out the. What a nice tailgate this was. Oh wait, I got paint all over. We're gonna clean out this guy full of varnish, and then we're gonna hope to pray that this gasket didn't die. I think we're good. Ready for the power? Yeah. Whoa!
Be sure to slap it before you put it in.
Brand new.
going to Confederate forces.
The South will rise. So it's clogged or something? Not as clogged as your arteries.
It needs.
Bing bong.
I think we both
Good choke it. Bring the needle and see.
need to get it running long enough and try those brakes out.
You just.
Oh, dude, everything just went wrong.
Can you pet that dog?
Oh my gosh, dude.
Yep. She's just in a rut. At least it runs really good now.
Yeah, dude. That's exactly what we need. Something that runs. What is this thing? Power steering pump reservoir. She got that power steering. That's an old power steering. Obviously, this went a little better than expected, so we have to pivot here. As a nice businessman says, we have to pivot. So we're gonna make some things happen. We're gonna go find a spot to dump all of the brush off, and then we're gonna get our lawn chairs out, crack a couple cold ones, and stare at it, see what we can do.
I have Diet Coke.
Drink some Starbucks coffee.
Oh, that actually sounds better.
Going hot. Hey, small break, Jimmy. Oh, the brakes work.
Hey, nice.
They're very, very thick. Like, it's hard.
Like the brakes? Because they're actually kind of thick?
Super hard. They're like stepping on a pumpkin. You do burnout?
The clutch didn't like that.
No, it did not. All right, let's pack up the pickup.
Gosh, this thing's massive. It's so big.
Isn't it huge?
Yes.
What is with us is huge. Thanks.
Itch. How many years can you judge that off?
I think it's been at least 2.
1, 2.
Folks, let's do this thing. Not a long drive, but it's a drive, no doubt. I'm gonna plug this old girl back in. Ignition on. He's on there. And then it's in gear, I think. Nope, I got it out of gear. Okay. So that is the emergency brake I'm thinking. Pulling up. We are in high range. We have supposedly fuel in the tank. Oop, there she is. Found her. Pull it up. Pull it up is how up down. I want it up. Oh, we've got everybody in the United States here. Oh, she ain't got a very big gear ratio. I don't think we're gonna make it anywhere quick. 3rd gear. Already looking for Ford. Here she is. We're kind of coming in hot. Downshifting her. I don't know how good a brake we got. Give me a second. Give me a second. Or give me nothing. Ah! Oh, that's my own fault. The ignition fell out of the hole. Well, I don't know why we had to hot wire this. Wrong hole. We're back, baby. Oh gosh. Fix your brakes. We definitely, oh gosh. We need to improve our hot wiring. We're very novices. What a joyous truck. Stuck on this hauling the gold. We do, of course, have a train in front of us. I do, however, want to get the stop sign and push this axle and see if it's actually 2-speeding it or not. Okay, so it was definitely in high. So the 2-speed axle functions. Grain truck for the win. So here's the thing, guys, with these grain trucks, is again, they're only ran once a year. Most of the time, not very long. Well, a long season, obviously, on the farm, but they really weren't tortured or beat up or anything crazy like that. So that's why this probably functions pretty well. You're not going to get much decent of a truck. It's a diesel when I turned it off.
Sound like a diesel?
I don't know. Did it goo? It didn't goon. What do you think? Almost. Which one did I almost DB?
That back right one when you're going over the curb.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I went over a curb?
Yeah, you didn't.
I didn't feel it. This guy?
Yeah. It's all on that other tire.
Yeah, I don't think there's
Anything in there.
I don't even see a valve stem. It's not here. Race cars don't need. So, at least this is neat.
Oh, that's all gonna be gone soon.
All right, let's unload this sucker and then let's get to rolling out to different settings, and so we can start making some really neat stuff happen. Oh, fudge. I kind of feel terrible. Someone built this. You ever feel bad about things?
No.
Oh. We can host a square dance up here down there, what?
This thing's so long.
1, 2, 3, mate. I want to thank everybody out of this country, the United States of America. We have a lot of viewers in, I think, Australia, New Zealand, and all around the world. I wanted to specifically thank you guys for watching. It really does mean a lot, especially the kind words from all those different countries. And don't take this the wrong way, but cheers, guys. Thanks. Questionable activities starting now. Just needs a little timing adjustment. She locked up. Oh, big girl, big girl. We're stopping quick. Backing it up. Get her. Now that we've got our favorite tools out, some goods, mostly that guy. We're missing one guy, the Fix It With Fire guy. He's down the street. So what we're doing here. So if you guys remember anything, I hit a post a long time ago with a truck, and that truck had a utility bed. And we have an extra utility bed. We've decided that we're gonna make something of this. We were gonna we've decided we were gonna mimic something called Stubby Bob, and all you car guys know who Stubby Bob is. But then we're like, you know what? I kind of want something useful and maybe able to maybe resell to some human being or give away to some human being someday. And I think the easiest way to do that is to put a utility bed on it rather than make it so small and weird that, you know, we can't really do much with it other than copy exactly what other people did. That being said, we are going to start by removing all this wood, and we're going to then go get the blowtorch and start cutting this probably expensive bed that at one point was put on here. We're gonna save some of this metal because it's useful. And then we are gonna shorten this all the way. Keep walking, keep walking, keep walking, and keep walking, right about here. So that utility bed sits about 53 inches, center wheel to the cab. And that will lead us to about right here. So that drive axle, now duck down with me, has to have the rivets popped out. I think we'll remove one pack of these. So we'll remove one pack, we'll move it as far forward as humanly possible, probably to about right there. And then we're gonna shoot through it and burn that sucker to the frame. So our goal in the future, if we decided we love utility Tom, what we're gonna do with him is we'll end up switching this big rear axle out to something more user-friendly and just putting some 35s on all four corners. So that would be the ideal situation. Is that gonna happen? I don't know. And are we gonna sketchily weld another drive shaft? Yes. Is it gonna function just as well as the last one? Absolutely. This is gonna go really well, and it's gonna go fantastic. And
we got a lot of cutting to do.
We got a lot of cutting to do.
Did say it was for square dancing.
Whoa! Whoa!
Oh! Oh!
That's the most hurt I've ever been on camera.
Oh,
dude!
What's it look like?
It looks like nuggets. Cut this into pieces. Get off. Get off. Get off. In the same zone. I'm scared.
The truck just annihilated you.
The fun zone's over.
Dancing now.
Tight. Wait. Bueno. Okay, she's back to cabin chassis format from 1970. Plan of action's transpired and started already. We've already done all the demo almost. Got left basically bringing everything a little bit forward. We'll unhook the brake system from here, and then this whole situation is gonna move all the way up till 54 inches off the cab, right there, about there. And that being said, we found something that's gonna make this hard. This has a slip yoke to it right here in the center. Down here, you stare down all the way in there, you can see a drum brake. That drum brake's a parking brake, if I'm so inclined to say. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but that's what it looks like to me. Since the slip yoke is right there, that makes it a little tough for us to be able to just burn some things together and pray. So that being said, we're gonna have to maybe move that carrier bearing right here to this spot and then burn this into that. there's just a bunch of configuration that's going to have to happen. That's going to be hard-ish, give or take. This used to be a tilt bed or some kind of tilt bed or somehow operated thing. So that's kind of interesting. Also had a fifth wheel hitch hidden underneath. Do we care? No, not really. Now we're on to the part where we are going to take this overload pinion thing off, cut that off, and cut the rest of the rivets that we already started with, and then start hitting stuff with a hammer and a chisel until it all pops. And once we have that done, we're gonna mark, well, we already know center pretty easily, just due to the fact we have this nice little line right here. I mean, it might be off center a little bit, but tornado! Utility Tom is gonna be utilitarian use only and not do wheelies, so much less cool. If that Harbor Freight air hammer would have worked, we would have been legendary right now. 4 months later. Fiberglass. That was free. You know what? That was free with my other house. Take that. Capitalism. Sweet.
They're just accents, dude.
They're just accents.
Gosh, that javelin behind you looks so majestic.
If anybody will come and buy that right now and take it to the scrapyard, I'll pay you. Oh my gosh, this thing's got some crazy rake to it, bro. Oh no! I'm stuck on my back mount. We just gotta get past all the goo. Those big deals now. Yes, we can go farther with it. It's gonna weigh nothing now, okay? Don't get your hands stuck anywhere, dumb. Together, two elements. Oh no, did you hit that one plate?
I did.
Two. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no.
Yeah, because we have the bottom ones down here.
So we're gonna have to go. Let's cut those. I guess I'll cut these plates off quick.
Why is it not
We're so close. We're going up further. Oh, reliable. Wouldn't it be funny if that thing just nosedived into the ground? I'd laugh. Keep saying, but just into it, man. I'm hitting the plate and I'm hitting this.
I'm just hitting the plate now.
We're so close. Well, guess what? We gotta go backwards anyway. So, right. Little freaking turd burglar. Down. We're going. Down. Huh? All right, Shiba Inus, here we are with the stubs. We're getting ready to drop her down. Then we're gonna get the old small, tiny MIG welder fired up. Gonna tack her in a couple spots, drill out some holes maybe, and then we're gonna measure the wheelbase to make sure we're not. And then we can kind of look at the stance. Literally the worst part about this whole situation is gonna be this drive shaft. And it's coming very, very clear really quick. It's going to be a certain amount of using one to use the second to use the third. It's going to be a lot of finagling, and the finagling is going to cause a lot of managling. We have this basically ready and aligned with where we need to be with everything. So center of leaf spring mount to center of leaf spring mount / center of tire is now set up to 54 inches. This guy is a little off, so I'll have to give this the old smackaroos real quick to get her back a little bit. Now, here's the hobbaloo is right there. We're gonna have to somehow get this guy to seat against there. Otherwise, we have too many gaps to just burn her straight to it. We are also gonna try to clamp that and get her up, and then once we have this kind of burn in place, then we get to play with this big issue. But right now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna measure from our line here back 44.5 inches, wherever that's at. And then that is gonna be the end of our utility bed. Utility Tom is taking shape quick, and we're gonna drop her like a bad habit. And that's the most exciting part, because then we get to actually see what it looks like without a wheelie bar. At this point, I kind of need to make sure that she don't do the old dog leg down the road like you see all those random salvage title vehicles doing in your area that was bought from an auction site and they bent the frame back with a tree in their backyard. I'm only saying it because I might have done that before once, but well, I'm gonna do it kind of a little bit rednecky, but I'm gonna do the furthest stud on that front wheel to this back rim. So right now, this guy right here is sitting about 136. All right, so this guy, situational. Yes, I understand that might be a little different on each side for the other. So this is about 1/2 inch off. So that's 136, so it's a little bit further. So I need to get this that way a little bit. So by hypotheticals, if I knock this one back, that one should have went forward. So now we're at 135 3/4. So we probably split our 1/4 inch gap between the both of them. And now we're at 135 3/4 on this side as well. So in truth, being off 1/8 or 1/2 probably wouldn't do much, but being off anything more than that might make it want to take a different route on the road, and that's towards the ditch. But it's going to want to do that anyway because I'm driving. You might ask, don't these guys have a miller at their other shop? Big, nice welder. Yeah, we do. That shop still has a 56 Chevy race car on the lift from last year that haven't got back to. We're going to bring the little mini titanium out and weld a very thick frame, arguably too thick, for our mini welder. But that's fine. You know why? Because I'm just going to tack these, kind of burn them in a couple spots, and then we're going to bolt the rest of the way. This is going to be fine. I got these outlines welded on these rear axle leaf spring mounts, and they're just right here, up and around. Now I'm going to go through and drill out the holes I can get to with a 1/2 inch drill bit, so that way we can go ahead and put some grade 8 hardware in some of these holes. Y'all are going to judge right now because I'm probably not going to get every single one of them, but that's why it's welded and bolted with grade 8 hardware, so that way we can kind of get around certain spots where we can't get to. We're all welded up down yonder and over yonder, and we also grade 8 1/2 inch bolted up. So I think this is gonna be more than adequate for what life this truck's gonna live from now on. So from here, it's time for the hardest part in reality. It's the drive shaft. Everything else is easy because you can just burn it and hope and pray. This one is actually gonna take some thought process, which is what we were not hoping to do this video, but here we are. I'm gonna go ahead and heat up these U-bolts and with probably the big dog torch, and then get them off, and then we're gonna start piecing together our drive shaft system thing. Disaster of shafts is out. Here's the deal. Here's the difference we got here. We've got this guy. This is our shaft that goes directly from that parking brake to our intermediate shaft. This guy, if you can stare in there real close, you're gonna squint. That has kind of like a, it's kind of hard to say. It's basically a threaded nut that goes on here to hold this yoke per se on here. So I'm a little leery doing this, but I think that if you're leery about it, that means it's the right decision. That being said, if you put these next to each other, they kind of match where your carrier bearing's at. And what this is, this has the spline on it. And then if you look way over there, that's our actual slip yoke. So that slip yoke needs to ride on here. And if you look real close, here's a weld here, there's a weld there. So I think if I grind both these down and I put this guy onto here, and then this guy doesn't do much vibrating, I think this is the way that we can reuse it. Now the correct way to do this is to have a shaft built that has a slip in the center. I know that. Everybody's gonna say it. Yes, I know that is totally reason. But again, companies around here take their time to get things done. And if I took that amount of time, I think I might have gray hairs by the time you'd see this done. So that being said, I'm gonna try to do this, and if it doesn't work out, obviously the next scene is going to be cutting to basically us having a brand new drive shaft from that company. This has quite a few weights on it. That's what these are. So this is, you know, obviously balanced with these weights. So I'm praying that we only have to go back this far. Now, will we have to go back this far? Yeah, probably. But here's the thing is, there's a certain way you can figure this out, but like to just bench, level it or whatever. But I don't think it would matter if I cut one of these off and put it down here, because it's just, again, it's just not going to matter. It's just going to be out of balance anyway. It's not going to be a terribly long shaft, but it is going to be a little offset. So in the future, if we decide to keep this, rarely do we ever, but we'll need to make it right and balance it. Technically, it'd be nice to have for the next owner. But yeah, here's your slip yoke again. Sadly, we have to have a slip in the center, or else y'all know the drill. This has me sketched out enough to make me want to put a drive shaft loop on this, but I'm gonna pray that it airs to the side of the passenger and not the driver. Sorry, Alex. I'm just gonna tell you guys straight up, we're on level 10 sketchy, because you know that's just the way we roll here on the old day tease. If you look here, this is at an angle slightly upwards. I would say a little bit more than the 2 to 3 to 4 degree angle than everybody recommends. I'd say that's probably at a 10 degree angle. The thing of it is where we have our carrier bearing, it's gonna be at a 0 degree to probably a 2 degree angle as well. So this situation's not good. It's already not good because I'm burning it together like a redneck would in his backyard, and the valley of, I'm not talking poop or anything, because I'm in River Valley myself. We are going to be level 10 sketchy. The good part is the sketchy shaft will be from there to there, and we're there. So worst case scenario, pops up and kills us both. I showed you guys the right way to do some things on the Falcon video with the level and doing it somewhat of an intelligent way. So I'm going to do this one the complete opposite and then just send it. If you want me to be honest, Utility Tom is just kind of a back burner kind of rig. You don't take it seriously because she only goes 45. So Utility Tom it's built for class. It's not built for speed. It's not even built for car shows. we're gonna have to get a little hotter. We're getting in close, boys and girls. Let's see what Sean did. Here she is. We'll be safe there. That won't break. Promise. All right, y'all. So we got the intermediate / first drive shaft bolted back up to our parking brake, as well as our transferring bearing, whatever you want to call it, a carrier bearing. So now, right now, I'm sitting here and I'm getting ready to mark basically our main shaft. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm a little speechless and having some stutters right now because I'm a little sketched out and worried that this might go south in a lot more ways than one, due to the fact now we have a slight inverse angle from coming down off of the transmission. Should I be sketched out? I mean, not really, because I mean, again, this is just stuff we do. But then again, I don't want to have an explosion or have to redo it 1,600 times. Secondly, we do have a situation where we're gonna be really close to this here PTO driven hydraulic deal that I've resisted pulling off for quite some time now. What I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna do the wrong thing, and I'm going to go ahead and continue, even though every fiber of my being is saying don't do it. I'm gonna do it anyway, because you know, some people have to learn lessons the hard way, and I've always been that guy. Basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have this centered on this splined shaft, and then I'm gonna mark this guy, you know, just as close as possible, and that way if I'm a little long, you'll push onto here and it's got 1.5 miles of play still. So centered, we can still go too far if we need to. NBD. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark this out, then I'm gonna clean up where we're gonna do it, and then I'm gonna put a giant circle of tape, and that's gonna be my straight cut. And then we're gonna melt this guy onto that guy, bolt that back up. We're getting really close to actually driving little utility Tom. Well, the good news is everybody that probably works at a drive shaft shop has probably stopped watching by now. So now I've got the real ones here that would do the same thing. We're gonna burn the sucker together. We are gonna pray for the outcome. And I'll tell you one thing I did. I marked with the grinder 2 spots where there's weights. Does it matter that they're gonna go back on there? Probably not at all, because now that we shortened it, it's technically gonna be different. Now that our angles are off and our weight is off, I think it's the perfect time to let her rip. That's it. Let's shoot these weights on. Well, we're now at the point in this video where don't try this at home. This might not look as bad, but this is not gonna be fun. This is not gonna be good. Don't do this. Take your time, go to a drive shaft shop. Maybe even take your time and shim up they make angle shims for smaller vehicles or little guys or whatever, you know, 4 inches and stuff. Do that. So now we're on to the point where I'm hooking up the vacuum lines back to our rear differential, and then I already have the brake line just kind of finagled for now, just because I think it'll work just fine, honestly. We'll probably end up welding a little tooth up there at some point. Probably right now I'm just trying to get it so we can kind of go for a little tiny test drive, so that way we can see how unhappy this guy really is. I'm, again, worried about it, but I probably shouldn't. I'm sure a lot of people have done even sketchier stuff than this. While the rear brake line was cut, I think all of the fluid actually leaked out from the whole system. I'm gonna have to go through and bleed all 4 corners, plus the booster, plus the master cylinder. I'm gonna need another human being for that. So tonight is it for this utility Tom, sir. I did put it in reverse, Terry, and she did walk a little bit backwards. I know that obviously it doesn't matter, it would do that anyway because it's hooked up, but it's a little bit, it's something. It is something. Gonna clean up, and then we'll see you guys tomorrow when we can take this old girl on the road and see how much we actually ruined a perfectly good truck. Wow. Alex is back. He has decided to be sick for 2 days. The 2 days we were working on this, and he's feeling better now. Today is the day I told you about last night. that we're gonna do things like drive it and have the drive shaft go wham, kills us both mid sentence. This thing's working great. Okay, we got a lot of brakes to bleed.
Floored. Okay, it's okay. Floored. It looks so wobbly.
Is it really bad?
It looks kind of
Sketch?
yeah.
I can't wait to watch the playback.
Or you can get out.
I don't want to. I'm scared for my buttocks.
Just don't go that fast. Oh God. Look at that camera. Oh, brother, I don't know.
Hey, stop it! Look at that thing. Oh my gosh. Oh, that was in a ball.
That's a big old bump.
If it's... Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad.
Time to start the investment.
So at this point right now, you can see directly in front of you what's going to happen. We are going to place an expensive bed on a free truck. Makes sense to somebody, doesn't it? Okay, we need to pop this guy off. And it's just those guys, those multiple bolts down there. And then we can remove this. And then we can give her the old drop down on there. So the plan being, oh no.
The middle section.
We need a tape measure.
Yeah.
No! We lost a drive shaft, but you're darn right we ain't gonna lose the battle.
We always losing tires. I mean,
Holy dang bad dad right there.
Oh my gosh! It's taking shape. Isn't it kind of cool?
Let's go. Just keep going. Up. So it's gonna drop off the tire and then go down. I just don't want to hit the cab.
I don't either. Is it on?
Not yet.
We can work with that.
Yeah.
What a mess.
Bro, it's kind of cool. You know what? Absolutely. It's kind of sick.
it is. That didn't work out too bad.
I don't know how it stayed up in the air for so long.
I was just need to push it over here.
Yep. That's, dude, it's on. It's done. It just needs to come up slightly in the back.
Oh my gosh. It's so good.
It also needs to come forward a little bit. Does it look?
That's pretty cool.
It looks way cooler.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, this side's perfect. You know why? Because the tire's deflated. Yeah. Oh, dude, it's minty.
There we go.
Jeez. Case 1840C, dude. Look at that old girl back there. Once we fix the angle, dude. I think it'll be sweet. everybody's probably like, you guys are idiots. This thing's ugly as piss. Utility Tom is now level. It's taking shape. What we're gonna do here is I burned in a mount back here, not the right way, but a way to be done. And now I'm gonna burn in 2 more mounts in the front, drill some holes, and then we're gonna mount her up solid. Put the bumper back on, and we're gonna take her on a fresh drive. And we're gonna stand back, stare at it, and we're gonna decide as a group, so don't run away yet. We're gonna decide as a group if we love it enough to continue, or if we don't love it enough and think it's time that somebody else might love it more.
What would we do to it?
What would we do? Let's talk.
Drive shaft sent out for sure.
Okay, so the main problem right now is the drive shaft. Carrier bearing's completely toasted, done, which is inevitably probably my fault, as well as the drive shaft's not exactly perfect. But whatever, that being said, that's easy. You go have a one piece made down the Metro. So not a big deal. What would we like to do, Alex? I sent him a message the other day. This is a 350, Chevy 350. Not hard to find another 350 turbo trans with an NP, probably 203 or 205, whatever they came with. One of the two, the Chevy guys can tell me now. Go ahead and do that, and then we would like to do another dually axle, super easy, efficient. We can find one of those online for 300 bucks. Now we'll get rid of the big old planetary. I know that hurts everybody's feelings, but we'll put a 3500 axles back under her, and then the front. We have a four-wheel drive unit for the front. We could probably adapt and make it happen. What would that do? That would make this a big four-wheel drive C50 menagerie bingo bango bongo. That was what we would do if we kept it. Now it's your guys' choice. I know we went back on our word before, and if this is for sale and already sold, I look like an idiot.
Put your squinties on.
Safety second. Entertainment first. Big boy. Okay, so we're gonna take her on a little rippy magoo. We gotta be careful. If we start hearing a boom, that means our butts are about to get taken out by a half shaft. I hate to say it, but I didn't check the brake. It runs about like all of our vehicles.
Hey brother, I have no idea who you are, and I wouldn't wave at you in Walmart, but I'm gonna wave at you while I'm in a car.
I would scowl at you at Walmart, but I'm gonna wave at you on the highway. Time.
Utility time.
She looks like a thick gal.
It's a chode truck.
Exponentially better than it was. Does it hit though? It's kind of nice. In this world, boys and girls, you have to look at yourself in the eyes in the mirror and say, hey man, what do you want to do today? And in those eyes, do you say, I want to work on a 1970 C50 that is oddly shaped and just all around different? Or do I want to go and work on a Barracuda or Belvedere? You know, that's a hard question.
Yep.
And that's a question that I guess a beautiful thing about this channel is let us know what you think about Utility Tom. This video is already long enough already. You're tired of seeing me. And you know what? If you've been here this long, you know the deal. What do we learn, Alex? We learned that you can even make something kind of undesirable desirable. And that's what you need to do and put in your real life. Some days, if you're not being desirable, stay home. People at work don't want to listen to you. They won't be around you. So when you're desirable, you go back and improve their days as much as you can, because you're darn well, they'll love you just the same. Until next time, guys, we'll see you.